Wars, invasions, occupations, coups. They have a devastating impact on the country, its citizens, and on its own children, shaping, deshaping, destroying their lives in ways and in time, sometimes for generations. In these conflicts of ideologies, politics, boundaries, religions, these children are relegated to those of a lesser God. They witness horrors no child should ever face, losing loved ones, watching their homes and schools crumble, and being torn from everything they know, their reality torn apart forever. The pain and fear they witness stay with them, leaving brutal scars, not only on the body, that last a lifetime. Anxiety, depression, trauma imprint indelible scars which even time cannot erase. Far too many had to run, emigrate, become refugees forcibly. Some cannot, and they find themselves in the middle of it, waiting for a bomb to relieve them of their present with no future. Some get conscripted, become child soldiers, all robbed of the innocence and joy that should belong to childhood. The toll it takes on them doesn't just break their hearts, it crushes their dreams. Their future is put on hold, their aspirations bombed. The basic need for education doesn't remain basic anymore. It stacks under as they struggle just to survive, facing hunger, sickness, and death every day. Their childhood cooked. In our next 4-part series of Cooked Childhood, 4 young readers will tell the stories from 3 war-torn countries where millions of children are growing without childhood. From Afghanistan to Iran to Palestine, the childhoods are invaded, occupied, and cooked. Yet, even in the darkest times, the resilience of children shines through, and then again, they rise, phoenix-like, with hope for healing, growth, and a brighter tomorrow. Welcome to the Bookbibuli podcast. Breaking Stalin's Nose by Eugene Yelchin is a gripping historical novel that offers a powerful glimpse into life under Stalin's rule in Soviet Russia. Told through the eyes of 10-year-old Sasha, the story explores themes of loyalty, fear, and the harsh realities of a totalitarian regime. Sasha idealizes Stalin and dreams of becoming a devoted communist like his father. But when a shocking event shatters his world, he is forced to question everything he once believed. Through vivid storytelling and striking illustrations, Yelchin delivers a thought-provoking tale about truth, betrayal, and the cost of blind obedience. And we have Avyan with us today to talk about this interesting read. Hello, Avyan.
Hello, my name is Avyan Mathur and welcome to the Bookbibuli podcast on breaking Stalin's nose. I am an avid reader with a taste for most kinds of book, except really horror ones. I am 10 years old and I like to play basketball. I do go-karting every week because I want to be a Grand Prix racing driver in Formula 1.
Wow, I am looking forward to cheer you on the track. But till you reach there, let's talk about the book. How does the main protagonist, Sasha, evolve throughout the story? And what key events contribute to his personal growth?
The main protagonist, Sasha, starts as a devoted believer in Stalin and the Soviet system, seeing his father as a model communist. However, as the story progresses, he faces the harsh reality of the regime. Key moments like his father's arrest and his experiences at school make him question everything he once believed. In the end, Sasha's blind faith is replaced with a more independent perspective.
Yes, and in hindsight, I would say that there are a lot of children like Sasha in history, Talking of which, how does the author integrate historical events from Stalin's Soviet Union into the narrative? And how important do you think is this historical narrative to the development of the story?
The novel weaves historical elements of Stalin's Union into its narrative. The fear of the Russian secret police, propaganda in school, and blind loyalty to the state are all vividly depicted. The setting is crucial as it shapes Sasha's belief, emphasizing the oppressive atmosphere of the time.
Though we don't see Sasha's father much, however, Sasha's relationship with his father plays a key role in the story. How does their relationship influence Sasha's understanding of loyalty, family, and also the political climate around him?
Sasha idolizes his father, believing him to be a hero of the Soviet Union. However, his arrest shatters this image and forces Sasha to rethink his understanding of loyalty and authority. His father's fate highlights the dangers of a regime that demand absolute devotion but can turn on its supporters in an instant.
The story is told from Sasha's point of view. So there you have a 10-year-old who's talking about his perspective. This perspective shapes the reader's understanding of the events and theme. How do you think this affects the reading?
Since the story is told from Sasha's point of view, we experience his confusion, hope, and delusionment firsthand. His limited perspective makes the reader see the world of a child raised in propaganda, which makes his eventual realization even more powerful. This also means that certain aspects of the situation remain unclear, just as they are to Sasha.
So, Avyan, you are a regular at our Bookbibuli events, and we totally love having you with us. You have to tell us what you think about the North Star program of Bookbibuli.
Oh, I love the North Star program. The best element of the program is the curator, your personal guide, coach, mentor, and navigator. Someone who walks with you on your read ride. She knows what you want to read, what you need to read, and what you should read and what you shouldn't. It's like having a reading guardian at home. It's like having a parent who reads children's books. With the hand holding of your own curator, reading remains interesting and educative. She knows what you read, what you should read for making a career, and what to excel in the career you want. It is like a career counselor who guides you step by step to your career. How? She reads it first.
Well, a curator is all that and a lot more. A career counselor, maybe not, but a curator is definitely a friend, philosopher, and guide. But coming back to the book, Sasha is faced with difficult moral decisions throughout the book, and his choices reflect the impact of living under a totalitarian regime. Tell us a little about that, and also, if you were in Sasha's position, do you think you would have made different choices?
Sasha faces difficult choices that reflect the harsh reality of living in a totalitarian state. His struggle to decide whom to trust and how to act shows the immense pressure and fear that dictated daily life under Stalin. I might have made different choices, but given the consequences Sasha faced, it's hard to judge his decisions.
Yes, it is difficult to judge people until unless you have walked in their shoes. But coming back to the book, I want to know who do you think is the intended audience for Breaking Stalin's Nose? I am a little torn between youngsters as well as adults. What do you think the book ultimately wants its readers to take away from the story?
The book is accessible to younger readers, but its themes resonate with adults as well. The simple narration makes the story easy to follow, yet the primary messages about power, fear, and loyalty are thought provoking. Ultimately, the book encourages readers to question blind obedience and recognize the dangers of oppressive regimes.
Books allow us to time travel, don't they? So tell us, what did you learn about this time period from reading the novel? How does Yelchin use imagery to convey the atmosphere of life in Stalin's Russia? What stood out to you?
The novel effectively conveys the fear of Stalinist Russia. Eugene Yelchin's imagery, such as the depiction of young pioneers and the ever-present portraits of Stalin, create a sense of oppression. The grey environment further reinforces the harsh reality of living under totalitarian rule.
I would like to know from you what is your interpretation of the book's ending?
The ending is open-ended, leaving Sasha's future uncertain. I like how it stayed true to the book's themes rather than providing a neat and clean ending. It leaves readers reflecting on Sasha's transformation and the oppressive world he must navigate.
Well, last question. How does Breaking Stalin's Nose compare to other historical fiction books you've read, especially which are set in similar regimes? And what made this one unique?
Unlike other books on totalitarian regimes, Breaking Stalin's Nose stands out because it's told through the perspective of a child, while books like Animal Farm are in a more direct and symbolic way. This novel makes the horrors of Stalinism feel personal and immediate.
Thank you very much for being with us today. You have been so insightful, Avyan. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for listening patiently, and I hope you learned about a new book along with some new words. I strongly recommend you to read this book to find a new perspective of looking at problems, like I did. Bye!
Eugene Yelchin's Breaking Stalin's Nose provides an insightful and chilling look at life under Stalin's dictatorship in Soviet Russia. The book effectively captures the atmosphere of fear, propaganda, and blind loyalty that defined the era. The novel explores themes of loyalty, truth, and disillusionment. You find Sasha as he grapples with betrayal, fear, and the realization that the system he idolizes is deeply flawed. The book also highlights the dangers of totalitarianism, the loss of personal freedom, and the moral dilemmas faced by individuals under oppressive rules. The transformation of Sasha serves as a powerful commentary and the importance of independent thought. And now it's time for Bookbibuli Read Record. Yelchin's language is simple yet impactful, making complex historical themes accessible to young readers. The first person narrative effectively captures Sasha's voice, and it blends the naive child with the doubt that is growing in his mind. I would say the book is best suited for middle grade readers, ages say 9 to 12. The writing style is clear and concise, making it accessible to younger readers. Yet, the themes are deep enough to prompt thoughtful discussion among older students, and I would say even adults. It's a short novel. It has about 160 pages, which makes it really fast-paced and engaging. The plot unfolds over a short time span, like 2 days. It heightens the tension and urgency of Sasha's predicament. Short chapters and compelling twists make it a quick yet emotionally intense read. The books to be read before you read this one are Number the Stars by Louis Lowry, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne, Animal Farm by George Orwell. And what should you read next? I would recommend The Night Divided by Jennifer Nielsen. These are all excellent starting points for discussions about history, propaganda, and personal freedom. Until next week, better read, read better.